Big day in the IRS scandal on Capitol Hill. Let's go there right now. Joining us, Congressman Mike Turner. Sir, everything that I've seen so far, we do not know who orchestrated the IRS campaign, who ordered it, or whether there was such an orchestration at all. We do not know at this point, and that's the source of frustration to us, sir.
Well, I think it is. And I think what everyone knows is this did not just spontaneously happen. A group of employees did not just begin to orchestrate this on their own. This was directed. This was systematic. Anything that you see that is executed in a very systematic, organized, bureaucratic way, you know that someone's in charge. That's why Congress is doing investigations. It's not just identifying this as wrong behavior. It's also identifying it as who should be held accountable so we can make certain this doesn't happen again.
Why haven't, well, we're asking the question, was the election last year affected by the government using the machinery of government to beat up on President Obama's political opponents? You answer the question for us. Was it used in that way?
Well, it has to have an effect because in addition to basically, as you were saying, harassing these groups and organizations, meaning that they had to spend their time elsewhere besides communicating their message, there were some groups that never got approved. So they never had the ability to organize themselves and orchestrate the dissemination of their message. But you also had people who, were supporters of these groups and organizations, contributors who were receiving additional scrutiny or basically punishment for being conservatives. Those people had to think twice about whether or not they continued at the same level, and certainly would have an effect on their friends as they anecdotally told that the government is turning on its own people.
The hearings are about to start. What do you expect to hear from them?
Well, I think at this point we're going to continue to get the sidestep. I think Congress is going to have to continue to dive deeper in this to find out exactly how this was orchestrated. We know that it did not happen from just a group of people down in Cincinnati. We know that this is coming from somewhere up in the top, and we're going to get to the bottom of it.
But if you appoint a special prosecutor, or if that's what you push for, and you get a special prosecutor, that will put everything under wraps for a long, long time. Because if you're investigating like that, people would say, can't talk, don't know what's happening, it's under investigation.
Well, the thing is that this is so important that it never happen again. One of my concerns is that as we do the investigation, we're finding that even if the IRS did this in an orchestrated way and with leadership from the top, it may not have been a crime. I have a bill that would make it a crime to make certain that if people do this, if they use the investigative arm of the government against the government's own people based on their political beliefs or religious beliefs, this should be a crime.
All right, Congressman Mike Turner, thanks for joining us, sir, on a very busy day. Appreciate it, sir.